Good morning. This is Judy with Living Small News. And as I told you in my I'm sorry video, um, there's the emails judiciary.senate.gov. So these are the official ones. And I'm just going to go over the ones that I think are the most important in all this. I'm going to leave the link. You can read the whole thing. But what does he think? That's in the outbox, and then they got the inboxes here. So it's interesting. I've got Blank and David and him and everyone calling me to survey the terrain. I guess that's good. Okay, I wonder what they're talking about with surveying the terrain. Okay, let's look down further. Yep, truthfully, I'm not sure I understand what the problem is. Sorry, still on the phone. Issue is if Loftman makes himself one of the two DOJ, do I send the two case agents or insert myself? Andy told Bill, send the best two, and what best means isn't clear to me in this context. Best means best, it's not a trick. If Loftman does that, then that's DOJ's loss. And I think warrants a call to his superiors. Well, let's go down further. We talked about it, but best was not in the term of agent, though that's what I wrote. It's about what the best outcome is. The best outcome. Okay. So the best outcome would, in the DOJ's mind or the FBI's mind, be for Hillary. Of course. Whether she's a criminal, because you're all criminals. Criminals protecting criminals. Yeah, I mean, what we became home of the mafia and land of the criminals. Okay. Do you or Bill fundamentally believe that 3 and 3 is the right thing for the case? If the answer is no, then you call back and say, we're good as is. You have never wavered from saying 2 and 2 is best. I don't get what the hesitation is now. Oh, one more thing. She might be our next president. The last thing you need us going in there loaded for bear. And, you know, we had some of these released in the last video that I did. You think she's going to remember or care that it was more DOJ than FBI? No. Do you guys think you're gonna make points with Hillary because you're trying to rig everything for her? Stack the deck in her favor? What did y'all think y'all were gonna get out of it being criminals like her? Agreed. I called Bill and relayed what we discussed. He agrees. I will email you. And Blank, same. Sorry, meeting went long with Bill. So is Blank. So Blank is covering 10 and my 11 just canceled. Okay. Let me go down a bit. Drive safely. This case is fungible. Possibly sooner than later. Your family is not. You need to go. Yeah, but you know what bugs me? If you weren't in there, who is supposed to point out all the doubts and qualifications about the reporting? All the potential misinterpretations and exaggerations? That person needs to be in the room. I understand it could be you, but it could be me or somebody else at that level. They should have the benefit of that type of nuance and information, and clearly they don't, or at least they don't enough. They're certainly not getting it out of the so-called senior leaders who are sitting around that table besides Andy. Jim does nuance. I'm not the only one in the room. But Jim doesn't get the reporting, does he? Saying, hey, this isn't a raw cut. All the opportunities for error, exaggeration. Thought of the perfect person Dee can bounce this off of. Who? Pat. You gotta give me credit if we go with him. And delay briefing him on until I can get back and do it. Late next week or later. Well, we talked about him last night, not for this, but how great he is. He's in private practice though, right? Suppose you could still bring him back? And yes, I'll hold. Yes, he's in Skadden in Chicago. I haven't talked to him for a year or two. Don't forget that Dag Comey appointed him as special counsel in the Plain matter, and that he was there for Comey's investiture. I could work with him again, and we get done. I know, like I said, we discussed Boss and him yesterday. And it frustrates me because Bill, at his 7:15, brings up the whole matter in front of his dads. One who is acting for Dina, who immediately goes to John and tell him how Bill is stressed because all this stuff is going on about the special prosecutor. Bill needs to learn to not talk to everybody about this when he's upset about it. And I guarantee that agent, while discreet, is certainly going to tell at least a few other people. I'm sending Blake to the 8:30 with Jones so that I can meet with John. Did he go so far as to talk about why we started talking special prosecutor? Don't think so. In my office talking to John. I'm waiting on Blank. If door's closed, probably okay to knock if his secretary's gone. Okay, you sure? And if she is, I'll just hang. She leaves at 5:30. I just asked, just behind closed doors with Trisha now, so I'm waiting. Is it going to be weird if I show up? Even Trisha's emailed to you last night. And let me know when you go in. I'll wait. 10, just walk up. Yes, but remember, you're here to back briefly on, I don't know what that word is. Finally got it. I'm going in now. Come soon. 30-second out. Hit me before you go, obviously. And just how embarrassing. I can't believe how out of breath I was. I mean, that was weird. Hey, do you know if you're close? Walking to my office now. You didn't run. You said, come soon. Was mortified. It wasn't that bad. Soon, now, or immediately. I'm responsive. Is this what we pay FBI to do? It's really what we do, to collaborate and have fun and just sit around and make up stories and cover people up. And is that where they got the TV show Criminal Minds? They really do. They really have criminal minds. And they try to make you think they're all that on that show. And, and I like the show, but reading these emails and seeing what's going on for real in real life, they have criminal minds, but it's not to protect us. Let's see if we can find some more good juicy stuff here. Oh, wow. Holy cow, are you still talking? Just finished. We'll call. On the way out, Eric asked. He suggested no if we needed the meeting tomorrow afternoon. Did you ask Andy if he still wanted to meet tomorrow? I did not. I had left when Eric caught me. I told Eric I deferred to Andy about whether or not we needed to meet. We did not talk about what we planned to tell the D on Monday. Spoke to Blank and relayed Andy's message. Told him Andy was relaying to Carlin. Richard said he'd wait to hear from on high. Carlin and George are definitely going to have to message down. Hey, forgot to ask if you mentioned the whole special counsel thing to Andy. Of course, let me know when. I'll be driving in by 7. Still conference calling. Conference call at whom this late? George David, blank, blank, John blank. Yes, many feelings. Any plan to tell the case agents, since so much of this has hinged on the credibility of the team? Yeah, we can put that in quotations. Never mind, conference call now. Credibility. Frankly, didn't want to. I don't need to be privy when I had no role in the decision. I canceled lunch with Trisha. I'm in no mood. Oh, poor baby. So sad. Oh, you may want to tell Devlin he should turn on CNN. There's news going on. Oh, it's on the news. Oh. If the CIA got the news over to him? Okay, sorry. He knows. He just got handed a note. They love watching the news they give out to the news on CNN, don't they? Hey, they're reading it like we told them to. Great. News picked up Wiener source. Oh yeah, it was pretty funny coming down. News picked up Wiener source. It's their lead on frickin' Marketplace. Oh wow, they hate it when something leaks, don't they? When the truth starts coming out, they just can't take it. Rebicki just called to check in. He was clearly 100% believes that Andy should be recused because of the perception. Our statement affected the stock market. Don't understand your email if it's a matter similar to those we've been talking about lately. Why no recusal before? Something different? I assume McCullough picked up, but that doesn't make sense. He said he was interviewing. Maybe he's headed into private sector, talking to Blank. Can talk if you want, not that would make any sense. Yeah, like that statement, not that would make any sense, okay. Because you know where I was on Thursday or Friday night when I was complaining about everyone expecting me to deliver the hard message while they facilitated and discussing with their counterparts about how my sense of justness and character was at odds with waiting until Saturday to say something, and rightfully you point out, stop being so prima donna-ish and just do it, and I do. And then I find out an hour later that in addition to what I was asked to do, JB, could that be Joe Biden, went to council and had the discussion he did, and I'm the one facing the music. From someone who I have known for a long time. Nobody else pays the price. Nobody else will have the same straight, hard discussion. Yet I'm the only one who violated his sense of integrity to swallow hard and deliver the message. I'm not sure if I want to be a part of this. Oh, you are part of this, and that's not going to change, but I think you have every right to be angry and frustrated about being left out of the loop on your investigation. Especially when you're going to be left holding the bag. Oh, okay. What a job. And I think you're entitled to say something to Baker about that, though on this one, I would probably discuss with Bill first. I'm sorry, Blank. Big case. Big problems. But God knows you're still the right guy to do it. Gmailed you 2 drafts of what I'm thinking of sending Bill. Would appreciate your thoughts. Second, more recent, is updated so you can skip the first. Annie just called to make sure I had heard everything. Call when you're free. Blank. Bill wants to talk to me at 12:15. Blank. Just talk with Bill, who spoke with everyone this morning. We'll fill you in tonight or tomorrow. Also, he was under the impression Andy wanted the meeting and a pre-brief with FBI only just before. I think blank may have screwed up that scheduling. Can you check? Obviously want to confirm with him before going to blank. Well, who's in charge of this investigation? Who's the head of it? Bill? Wow, can you talk now? Sent email to Andy pre-brief. We'll let you know what he says. We'll wait to reach out to blank. Call in line until I hear from him. Do you want to be blank, Andrew? Or why not with blank, where there are at blank, and you might get assigned one? But I don't know. That's a tough call. I'm scared of blank. Andrew, is at least a known quantity? Don't know. Yeah, I know. Blank, though. Plus you know. See, I better than all the attorneys, I guess. Driving if you can talk. I forgot my errors. Dude, it's all unclassified. Type on home computer and email to yourself. I think that's against the rules and regulations, and I don't know if they should be doing that, but okay, they're the ones in our government. Okay, but I would help to have what I wrote, but fair enough. Subject in custody, by the way. First ML arrest of the Trump heir. Yeah, blank, 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 blank. I'm trying to write an email back too, but don't know what to say after. Thanks for the heads up. How would you finish that email? Maybe just hope this gets resolved soon. I have no idea. I'm going to mention blank, and I'm going to tell him blank has to grow up here and start correcting people when they say Andy. Yep. He just needs to send a message, and blank needs to stand up and get people in line. That's his job, not JR's. Please, when you get a chance, plug with Aaron all the behind-the-scenes work I did with Andy, Jim, etc. to get this result. Andy was not going to do it just based on Mueller's convo with him. He just didn't understand what the problem was, and I did a lot of work to help them understand that blank was also. Thank you. Of course I will. Well, first ML arrest of the Trump heir. Arrest of the Trump heir. Sounds like they were trying to stop the Trump heir. If you take arrest in that context. Anyway, that's all I have for right now. And these are the emails. I'll leave the link. And have a great day.